We will give the same response to United States as we have gave to Israel. We will respond strongly and we will stop aggression from any side, be it Israel or United States. And we have given message to United States that we will respond very firmly and we will stop the aggression by anybody, including United States. We will give the same response to United States as we have gave to Israel. We will respond strongly and we will stop aggression from any side, be it Israel or United States. And we have given message to United States that we will respond very firmly and we will stop the aggression by anybody, including United States.
Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Heavenly Father's only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to our apostles, the elders, the great millstone, for teaching us His truth, according to the Bible and Ruel, Adnan Shalom, Tawijans here, Akims, throughout the four corners of the earth, pushing His true due diligence and sincerity and charity, and El Shalom, to all you sincere followers, believers of Yahweh, Yahushai, not just hearers of the word, but doers as well, you men, women, and children, hopefully, like Shalom. Matthew 24:3, and as he sat upon the Mount Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming, and the end of the world, which is an age? Verse 4, and Yahweh answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. And we're hearing of wars. We are actually seeing wars. Okay? But the Lord said, what? Be not troubled. These are all signs letting us know that we are at the end of a wicked rulership ran by the biblical Hebrew Edomites. Through process of elimination, they're called they're called white people, so-called white people, the elites, all right, of Edom. They are in their rulership. And the same way this place, America, was established is the same way it's going to go out, through violence. Verse 7, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines. Now, that's what you see happening right now. You got these different nations rising up against each other. All right, attacks are happening. The only thing is going to lead to a domino effect of what we're reading right here. It says there should be famines, a lack of food, water, things you need on a day-to-day basis to survive. It's going to be a lack of it. You know, different medicines, things of that nature. And that's why the Heavenly Father is going to have to intervene. He's going to have to send help for the elect. And if you haven't been serving Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, you're going to howl for vexation of spirit. And you cannot serve the Lord your way. You have to serve Him His way. How do you know how to serve the Lord? By reading the scriptures and applying them. This is Isaiah 65:12. Therefore I will number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter. Because when I called, ye did not answer. When I spake, ye did not hear. And the Heavenly Father is speaking through his men. Tells you that in Luke, the 1st chapter. Amos 3 tells you the Lord revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. And the servants, the prophets, are not in these churches. We're on the highways, we're on the byways, we're on these street corners. All right? Start with our head apostles and elders of great men, must on down. And the affiliates. Reading on, says, but did evil in my eyes, and did not choose that wherein I delighted not. And Jake is still doing evil up until this very day. 2/3 is coming back in their lot. The elect is coming back in their lot. Verse 13, therefore thus saith the Lord power, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. And what is a servant? Someone who serves. How do you serve the Heavenly Father? With your time and your actions. Repenting. What are you doing in these latter days? All right, to seek Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. What are you doing? You know, most of our people, they're trying to get their careers. They're trying to save their life. Right? When you need to be losing your life for Yahushai's sake. It says, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. You see? So when that famine kicks in, a lot of our people are going to be howling for vexation of spirit. They're going to be in a pitiful case. As 2nd Address 9 goes into is Matthew 24:7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilences, these different diseases. And because with death comes a lot of diseases. And it's nothing but death in the air. All right? And earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Okay? And, contrary to popular belief, this is the season for it. It's Ecclesiastes 3:1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. All right? It says, I'm going to start at 3. A time to kill and a time to heal. So there's a time for death and there's a time for healing. A time to break down and a time to build up. And that's what the Lord does to you in this truth. He breaks you down and he builds you back up. A time to weep and a time to laugh. A time to mourn and a time to dance. All right, we are to be in the house of mourning right now. Seeing things, our prophecy is being stirred up in the earth right now. We ought to be mourning to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. A time to cast away stones, a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace, and a time to refrain from embracing. A time to get, a time to lose, a time to keep, and a time to cast away. A time to rend, a time to sow, a time to keep silence, and a time to speak. And you have to have that in a good balance, man. These things that I'm reading, it's a time for everything. You have to have the discernment to know what time that you're in. And here's the point I wanted. Verse 8, a time to love and a time to hate. Are we living in a time of love? No, we're not. Are we living in a time of hate? Yes, we are. What are we hating? The evils. Okay, you just had, here in Raleigh yesterday, you had one of the largest gathering of the alphabet community. All right. And they had, they had, city streets blocked off for these guys. And it was really a horrible sight to look at. Okay. But here in Babylon, those things are lawful. But anyways, it reads on Ecclesiastes 8 and 3 and 8, a time of war and a time of peace. See, we're living in a time of war. All right. And, the average American is, worrying about, what they'll get their next coffee. Worrying about throwing parties. When Yahweh Shema Shah is getting ready to throw a party that you're not going to like. Okay? He's waking up the weak. All right? And they're saying they're strong. Joel 3 and 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Excuse me. Excuse me. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. And that's what you see happening now. These different nations are waking the hell up. All right. They're getting their war weaponry, to perfection. Verse 10, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I'm strong. And these weak nations that once didn't have any type of nuclear capability, hypersonic, missile weaponry, now have those things. I need some water. Okay? And the Lord's putting the spirit on them to buck up against the big bad bully. No one's afraid of America anymore, man. No one is afraid of Israel. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together around about thither. Cause the mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, which in the Hebrews Yahweh Shaphat, which is, God's judgment, Yahweh's judgment. For there would I sit to judge all the heathen round about. So these war games is going to lead to the ultimate destruction. Okay, over there in the valley of decision. All right, the Most High's judgment, and we're seeing the beginnings of it. We're seeing the beginnings of it. It's Revelation chapter 11, verse 14 says, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. Now, woe represents destruction. You had your first woe, your second woe, and now the third woe is coming quickly, man. You had World War I, World War II, and now World War III is right before our very eyes. It's started. It has started, man. All right? Just speaking as a man, it started. And things going to continue to heat up because it's Bible prophecy. All right? So I just want to touch on that, Lord willing to edify next time I say shalom.